Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel for our Wednesday evening challenge with the Ultimate Racing League. And we are still in Austria, and we are still at the Red Bull Ring on the short track. Only 6 turns. What a fantastic first race we had in the wet earlier this morning. It's all dried up. You can see the sun is starting to show up on the track. It's dried out a little bit. It is late morning. But it's definitely going to be dry, so that means the guys can now change the tyres and put on either mediums or softs. We will go through the tyres. We'll see who's on what tyres as we go through the race, but they will have to use either softs or mediums in this race and then swap over for race 3, mediums or softs, whichever they don't use. You know what I'm on about. So we will go down the grid order to be the grid order will be as they finished race 1. So let's have a walk down the grid and see who's where. So winner of race 1, and a convincing win as well, was Stealth. So he takes pole position. Captain Slow is in 2nd. Slowpoke is in 3rd. Hodgie finds himself 4th on the grid. P White is 5th. Andre, great race from Andre. He finds himself 6th. Graham is 7th. Evil Knievel is 8th. Declan is 9th. Then we've got Firepower on 10th. We've got Kian in 11th. We've got Ninky New in 12th. Nath is 13th, and Castuin is 14th. So that's the grid lineup for race 2. Right, let's get these lights out then, shall we? That was a long hold, but the lights are out and we are racing, and it looks like Slowpoke got a fantastic start there. Stealth got away first. Slowpoke moved up into 2nd, although Captain Slow on the inside has managed to retake that 2nd position away from Slowpoke. So it is Stealth, Captain Slow, Slowpoke, 1, 2, 3, Hodgie in 4th. No, Evil Knievel. So Evil Knievel has managed to get his nose in front of Hodgie as they go round turn 2, through 3 and on to 4. Hodgie still all over the back of Evil Knievel. Excuse me, I'm off coughing again, I'm that excited. P White is in 6th. Andre already picked up a penalty, as we saw in race 1. This really is penalty hell. Kian going very wide. Oh, now then, a bit of touchy-feely there. Let's just go back and see what's happened from Kian's point of view as we go through turn 4. More of a kink in the road. Head towards turn 5. This deep right-hander. Oh, now Kian gets on the brakes a bit late. Drifts to the right. I think he just managed to keep it in. Oh, and then Ninky New just comes and gives him a little tap. All still facing the right way, although Kian did pick a penalty up. There's a few penalties already been picked up at the back there. Oh dear, excuse me. You can see Firepower has found himself all the way down in 14th, so not quite sure what happened to Firepower. Nath seems to be struggling just ahead of Firepower there. Let's go back up to see what's happening in the front. It is as it was in race 1, with Stealth out in front, Captain Slow sticking to his bumper, and Slowpoke in 3rd. This time Evil Knievel has managed to stick with them. He has got Hodgie all over the back of him. Let's go on board with Hodgie, shall we? We've got Evil Knievel and Slowpoke just ahead of us. We've got P White and Declan just behind. So it is all very tight at the minute. You can see Slowpoke going a bit defensive there as we approach turn 1. Hodgie just had to back out a little bit there, otherwise he'd have been straight into the arse end of Evil Knievel. As they head towards turn 2, Evil Knievel going defensive. He's having a look up the inside of Slowpoke. Hodgie just having to sit there now. No room for Hodgie to get through. Evil Knievel went a little bit deep there. That's allowed Hodgie to get right onto the back of him. He is going to have a look. Hodgie says, yes please, I'll have a look at that, the inside of that. Now then, can he get it done? Oh, now then, them two. Let's just go back. We were in the wrong sort of camera angle for that, weren't we? So you can see Hodgie, the opening's there for him. He has to take it. Now as they turn into turn 5. Oh no, I don't know, I'm not going to call that one. Evel Knievel stays on track though. But Hodgie takes up that 4th position with Evel Knievel just sitting behind him now. Then we've got P. White, he's been allowed to catch right up to the back. Graham's in there. Declan's in there. We've got this little group of 5-6 cars. Andre has moved up into 9th. He's just getting onto the back of this group as well. So this is where the fight seems to be taking place at the minute. Evel Knievel once again right in the thick of it. Everybody's settling down a little bit now. You can just see Declan trying to put a challenge in on Graham. He wants to stick right on his bumper, hopefully make a move on the straight. Declan having a bit of a look at the inside. He's not going to get it done there though, is he? I'm not sure if that's McDonald's or Shell or both. Does Shell make hamburgers? I'm not sure. Graham going very wide. That's allowed Declan through though. That was a bit of a gift for Declan. He didn't have to work very hard for that. Graham gave it to him. Oh, and then Declan's gone wide. Graham's followed him. Now let's just see if they're going to pick up a penalty for that. If he does, that means Graham gets a 1 second, and he has. Graham's picked up a 1 second, but Declan seems to have got away with it. As these 3 are battling it out, Andre's in there. Let's just go back up and see what's happening up at the front, as if we didn't know. Super Stealth, as we're going to call him from now on, is out in front. Captain Slope being frustrated once again that he cannot find a way past Stealth. Slowpoke in 3rd. Hodgie is coming up pretty quick though, so Hodgie is going to be back on the back of Slowpoke pretty soon. Hodgie seems to be very quick through this section of the track, through turns 2, 3 and 4. Gets right onto the back of Slowpoke, but then Slowpoke manages to pull away as we head towards 5 and 6. Let's have a look at the tyres, shall we? So Stealth out on the racing softs. Captain Slow on softs. Slowpoke going with the mediums. Excuse me. Hodgie on the softs. Evel Knievel on the mediums. P. White on the mediums. Declan softs. Andre on the mediums. Graham on the softs. Ninky New softs. Kian mediums. Firepower mediums. Nath mediums. Castrian mediums. So there seem to be more mediums out there than softs. And I don't think there's going to be a lot in it really. You're probably only looking maybe half a second to a second difference between the 2 tyre compounds, but that could mean a big difference in track position. So Stealth and Captain Slow both on the softs are out in front and starting to pull away as they did in race 1. Slowpoke in 3rd. He is on the medium tyres, remember, and Hodgie on the soft, so you would expect Hodgie to be getting onto the back of him pretty soon. Evel Knievel just off the pace of these 2 a little bit, so we've got a 2-way fight up front for the lead, and then we've got a 2-way fight for that 3rd position. Apologies there, had a bit of a big cough coming. Slowpoke doing everything he can to keep Hodgie behind him. Hodgie picking up a purple sector there. We are on lap 8, only short laps, only at about 50. We're looking at around about the 51 seconds. As you can see, Stealth with the current fastest lap of 51.0. Slowpoke and Hodgie at about 51.67, something like that, as Hodgie gets closer and closer. Slowpoke trying to break that slipstream but can't do anything about it. Let's go on board with Hodgie into the Nicky Lauda curve. There is a bit of a gap opening up now back to Evel Knievel, so Hodgie can just concentrate on trying his hardest to get past Slowpoke. He really wants to make those racing soft tyres work for him. Slowpoke closing the door though. Don't want to give Hodgie any room at all. You can see Evil Knievel a little way off, so as I say, Hodgie can concentrate on what's in front of him, not going to worry about what's behind. On the other hand, if we jump on board with Slowpoke, that's what he's looking at, trying to break the slipstream again. Hodgie's not really interested. He knows the tyres will keep him up there with Slowpoke, so he doesn't have to get in the slipstream. And this is where Hodgie catches up. Again, those soft tyres, able to take the tyre to turn. Still no room for Hodgie to get by. We'll leave these two for a minute as they push each other along. Evil Knievel in 5th position. Bit of a breathing space. Back to Declan. Declan currently sitting in 6th. Then we've got P. White in 7th. He's got Graham coming up behind him in 8th. Excuse me. And it does look like Graham is catching. He's definitely in the slipstream as they approach turn 1. And as we approach the 9-minute mark of this 15-minute race. Oh, Declan again. He looked like he went wide. He might have just got away with that. I'm not sure. Sorry, P. White, not Declan. It's just the cars look very similar, don't they? Andre dropped down to 9th. Then we've got Kian in 10th. Firepower in 11th. He's got Ninky New in 12th. Cassian in 13th and Nathan 14th. Nathan with a 1 second penalty. This track, as we know, is notorious for dishing out penalties. If you can keep it clean, that will help, obviously. Stealth has managed to give himself a bit of a gap back to Captain Slow. So whether Captain Slow's had a bit of a moment, I'm not sure. And apologies if we missed that, but Captain Slow has definitely dropped off the back of Stealth. Stealth approaching Nath though. And Captain Slow picking up a purple sector. Graham with the fastest lap now. A 50.9. That is a fantastic time from Graham. As Stealth and Captain Slow both go by Nath. Nath gets out of the way for them. Nice and safe. Well done, Nath, again. Then we've got quite a gap, and then back to Slowpoke. He's still fighting off Hodgie. Hodgie is just not letting Slowpoke get away, is he? We are at 10 minutes and 30 seconds, so 4.5 minutes to go. Can Slowpoke keep Hodgie behind him? Hodgie trying to go round the outside. As Nath gets out of the way again to let these guys go through. Slowpoke still managing to keep Hodgie behind somehow. Hodgie again trying to pull alongside. Slowpoke closing the door. These two have not let it up all race. We've got Evil Knievel has now managed to creep up to the back of Hodgie as well. Declan not that far behind in 6th. Nath going very wide again, but that was probably just to let the guys in front of him go by. So Graham, he's going to be challenging P. White any second now. Graham with the fastest lap, a 50.9. Then we've got Kian, Firepower, Ninky New, Castian and Nath. Nath with another penalty. So back up to our race leader, Stealth. Stealth kind of getting used to being out front now. So he won't be sweating as much as he was the other week when he started this campaign and took his first win. He's already had a win under his belt tonight. It looks like he's going to get another as well. So well done to Stealth. Seems very quick in these minis, does Stealth. Got to grips with them very quickly. As does Captain Slow. Sitting there in second. He's probably just resigned himself to the fact he's going to be second now. This is where the fight seems to be taking place for that third podium spot. Slowpoke now has about 2 minutes. Oh, and he's gone wide. Now could that be a penalty? And again, very wide. He's doing everything to keep Hodgie behind him. Oh, and there it is. That's not what Slowpoke needed. A half-second penalty. Now, is there enough distance between Slowpoke and Hodgie for Slowpoke to serve his penalty and stay in front of Hodgie? Let's just stick with these guys. In fact, let's go on board with Hodgie. He would be encouraged by the fact that Slowpoke's got that penalty. All he's got to do is just concentrate and try and get as close as he can. There we go. Slowpoke serves his penalty. Tries to get his foot down. Hodgie is going to go round the outside. Slowpoke trying to stick to the inside. I think Hodgie's got the run. And he manages to get by Slowpoke. So Hodgie now into third. Slowpoke has to slot in behind him. All exciting stuff. The more excited I get, the more I start coughing. Oh, now then, did Hodgie go wide? I think he got away with it. These guys really stretching the track limits. So Hodgie's sitting in third. We are at just approaching the 14.5 minutes. Excuse me. As Stealth goes through. Now then, is he gonna? Yes, Stealth will definitely get another lap in, I think. As he crosses the start finish line to start lap 18, Captain Slow, he's gonna get. Oh, he's got a penalty. Hodgie goes through, Slowpoke goes through, Declan goes through, Evil Knievel, Graham, P. White, they all go through, so it may well be Andre that finishes this race first in 9th position. No, he's going to get another lap, so it will be Kian then. Excuse me, this cough's getting worse, isn't it? So Kian is going to cross the line in 10th, Firepower is going to take 11th, Ninky New 12th. With Castian, he's going to come in 13th. So well done to those guys. And as we see, let's get back there. Stealth, he's going to take the win again. So that's his second victory of the night. Well done, Stealth. Captain Slow comes in second. That's a race to the line for third. I think Hodgie's just going to get there. He is. Hodgie ahead of Slowpoke, ahead of Declan. Evil Knievel 6th, Graham 7th, P. White 8th. Andre's going to come 9th. What a fantastic battle that was in race 2. Please join me again for race 3 when we are hoping for a lot more of the same. I shall see you very shortly.